will come from anywhere else. They'll come from Wauwatosa, they'll come from Minneapolis, they'll come from, I don't know why, they come from Phoenix, Arizona, because they missed the winter. But we needed to take an average of your campus and to determine what that geographical space is, that being roughly 80% coming from that highlighted yellow area. We do have a couple of maps here that Dave and team put together. Dave, did you just want to have some comments on these?
No, I think it just gives you a good example. That's plotted where the actual people come from, and you can definitely see the demographic scene running up the North Shore. You just move to the next slide.
So that's for skilled nursing.
It's a little bit tighter, and it's a little more 180 degree around 53212. But if you go to the next slide, this is the independent living. You see that horse, that bump out? That is actually River West. So you can see our primary market area is driven very socioeconomically in the IL, even more so than skilled. If you go to the next slide, Tim, you can see clearly how that zip code is carved out at 53211.
Yeah, like the skilled nursing, you don't get people from Mequon, but you'll get independent living people from the Mequon.
Yes, around the area north
there.
So that's it. Thank you.
So what we do then is we look at this market area and then start looking at what's happening. What do we see happening in terms of the demographics, the socioeconomics, the trending in this particular area? What you'll see, overall population growth is pretty minimal, about 2%. That's pretty normal for an urban area like Milwaukee. I think the real call-outs in this type of information is we've got roughly 2% growth in the total population. What you'll see is we're seeing a negative number in the 85 plus, in the oldest of the old. Over the next 5 years, that population is going down. That's a direct function of the drop in the birth rate during the Depression. And so people might say, oh my gosh, our old people, older Americans that we take care of, those numbers are going backwards. That's only for a short period of time. You then, if I should have really had a map up here or a chart that showed what's going on with that population once we go into the future. And as we all know, the silver tsunami, call it what you want, population is going to explode in terms of the types of people that we take care of, which creates some issues which we'll talk about later, and what healthcare reform means, and why all the talk about bundled services and value-based purchasing and ACOs and all of that, because it is a huge issue in how America is going to pay for healthcare for seniors, and we'll get into some of those. Not that those things are happening today. Different parts of the country are moving faster than others, but it's as part of subject matter experts, it's really just something to make sure we're aware of, and as we continue strategically to work on the types of things we're doing, that we have a general understanding of what's going on there. So we talked about the decline in population in the 85 plus, but look at this right here. I mean, the people aged 65 to 74 is going to increase by 28%. So that just kind of shows over the next by the time that 65 to 74-year-old starts hitting, in the next 10 years, those population numbers are going to grow dramatically. When we look at households, and again in our methodology, when we look at demand or unit potential, we also look about households, because there are some interesting dynamics that occur with senior households. Say, if my wife needs assisted living, she might move to assisted living, but I'm going to stay in my house. So the income or the dollars that I'm going to need in order to support myself living independently in the community, and my wife who's living in assisted living, that does a lot to the types of income or the type of funds that I need to have available in order to pay for those types of services. But again, what we're really seeing, there's no real difference in household growth or household distribution than there is from population. We're going to talk about the 3 or 4 service lines. We're going to spend the most time on what's happening in the nursing, in the skilled nursing side, because again, there's private pay, there's Medicaid, there is Medicare Advantage, there's